Hey, good morning. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Hello, everyone. My name is Danae. If you're new here, I offer free yes or no questions and $20 personal readings. I'm going to let a few more people come on in before I get started. I hope all of you are having a beautiful day. I can't believe it's already Wednesday. This week is going by so quickly. You guys, welcome. How are you today? Welcome, 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 everyone. How are you guys doing today? I'll be offering free yes or no questions as well as personal readings for $20 today. If you have a question that you would like answered, please leave it in the comment section. Ooh, that felt good. Thank you guys for the likes. I appreciate that. Lynn is asking, will I be able to pay my rent tomorrow? If you have the money, you will be able to. I mean, if the rent, it's 24 hours away. You know? Miracles can happen. I've been in that situation before, so I know what it's like. But it literally took a miracle for it to come through. I had to call who I needed to call to ask for help, you know? So I honestly, I don't have an answer for you. That is definitely something that you're going to have to make a decision on what you're going to do in order to get the money. And not waiting the day before to ask during a reading or for free yes or no. Okay. All right, I'm going to do a pause on asking questions about people's like romantic relationships. If you guys have a question about just your life in general, I'm going to start with those. So let's see where we're at. And the reason that I'm pausing that is because it's super, super overwhelming. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to rain on anybody's parade. But in all honesty, some of y'all have your priorities are misguided. And this has been told to me by my guides, that some of you guys, your priorities are misguided. You're worried about potential significant others and partners when, and I'm not saying all of you, but some of you, like, you don't take care of your children, or some of you aren't being responsible, like with your finances, or some of you, your priorities are so misconstrued and all you're doing is thinking about some man instead of thinking about what your future is what you're going to be in the future. You know, you're not worried or concerned about your own personal growth. You're not worried or concerned about anything that has to do with you beyond outside of having a boyfriend or a girlfriend. So I'm pausing just for right now. Any questions that have to deal with, am I going to reconcile with XYZ? Is such and such going to take me on a date? Right? You're asking about such and such taking you out on a date for Valentine's Day, but CPS just got called on your kids, just got called on you, and your kids have been taken away, and you're not making any plans on how to do the reunification process. You see what I'm saying? Now, unless you have $50 million in the bank, everything is great with you, you have no other problems, no debt, all your bills are paid, you own your land, you own your house, you don't have no issues, and the only thing that is truly on your mind right now, because you're living life like Oprah, is if Stedman is going to call you tonight. Okay? Then let's chat. But otherwise, let's pause any questions that have to deal with reconciliation, someone text messaging you. Like, unless they're contacting you about a job, let's put a pause on it. These last few days have been extremely overwhelming in that regard. And my spirit team is like, what are these people doing? Like, what is going on? Some of y'all worried about if Lil Ray Ray and them is gonna come over, but your whole entire house is infested with cockroaches and they're crawling up and down and out of your baby's diaper. But you're not worried about that. But you're worried about Lil Ray Ray and them. Your house is infested, your car's infested, rats, roaches, and bed bugs, but you worried about Jaquan. You're worried about Greg. You're worried about stuff that, like, unless that person is going to come into your life and Captain Save-A-Ho you and give you all the money that you need, then we'll talk about it. But you know he broke. He's a part of the what do they call it? He's a part of the poverty peen crew. Like, let's get our priorities together. And I'll be honest with you guys, and I'll be vulnerable in this moment. I'm probably coming down on y'all so hard. And I know that I have announced this before, that my divorce was finally over. But just reading over the paperwork, and I got it this morning. My attorney sent it all over. And I was like thinking, gosh, Danae, I really settled for the okie doke. And I literally left that marriage and I did not ask for anything. I mean, he didn't have anything to give. But if my priorities had been better when I married him, I would have married someone who would have had the ability or already had things in place in order to provide for me and the child that we had together, right? Because all he sold me, like honestly, everything that he said to me was a wolf ticket. And I believed him. And that is because I didn't have my priorities together. Did I come into the relationship with a lot more than him? Yes, I did. However, at the same time, I also came into the relationship with my own demons. I had the demon of depression, and I had the demon of, what is it that I called it? Depression and, gosh, it's been a while since I've talked about this, so I apologize. It'll come to me. But when you don't have yourself together, that's when you invite misguidings into your life. Okay? Fel, who was in my computer yesterday? Should I be concerned? Yes. There should be a way that you should be able to contact IT to see who logged in. What is that word card? That's going to bother me. Desperation. It was the demon of desperation, where I was at a point in my life and I was like, I have all these amazing things happening, but I don't have a man. And so then I just welcomed in whoever. And I'm not saying that that's what y'all are doing, but what I am saying is that your priorities are not straight. Get yourself together. And I'm speaking to male and female. Whatever if you're masculine or feminine, if your gender is male or female, whoever you are, I'm speaking to everybody. We need, at this time, all of us need to make sure that our priorities are right and we are together before we start inviting new people into our lives. Because it's not only going to affect you, it's going to affect your children if you have any, or your future children. Because if you marry a dog-ass bum, then your children are going to be affected by having a dog-ass bum as their mother or their father. Okay? So as I said before, we're doing free yes or no readings that the free yes or no cannot be about any type of romantic anything unless you're coming to me with Oprah money and Oprah problems. Okay? Get yourself together first. I'm also doing $20 readings. So if you want to pay for a reading and ask about your romantic life, then at that time I'll answer your question. Asia, will I get a job or transportation soon? Have you considered getting a job in transportation, like working for the city bus system, driving a taxi where they give you the vehicle, or even working for Uber or Lyft? I do believe that those rideshare companies, they do offer you the ability to like purchase a car through them. So those are things that you can take into consideration. And then with you doing like rideshare type work, you'll be able to schedule your own hours and you can really work it around like the rest of your family's schedule. And let me know how that goes, okay? So yeah, your priorities and your goals, those should be the utmost things on you all's minds. right? So like with this year being an 8-year, this is a very, very auspicious time for all of us to be focusing on how we can bring in more abundance, balance, and success into our lives. So what are some of the things that y'all are doing to do that for you, right? Regardless of what your partnerships look like, regardless of like your personal relationships or your business relationships, right? What are y'all doing for you personally that is bringing in abundance, balance, and or success? Are you going back to school? Are you starting a business? Are you working on your business plan? All of that. Nitya, I'm doing $20 love reads. So if you would like to have your question answered, please go to my profile and click on the link and make the $20 donation to my Cash App. All right? Thank you. Asia, thank you for being here to help me out with the pinned messages. I really appreciate it. You guys, today all love reads are $20. Please leave your donations, make your donations through the Cash App link that's available in my profile. Click on the Linktree link that's there, scroll down to Cash App, and go ahead and make your payments. I've decided that a part of me creating abundance, balance, and success for myself is that I'm going to show up for myself. Dominique, will my mother and I have a good relationship? I think your mother is only able to give you what she can give you based off of her own experiences. So you'll have to accept her where she's at. She can be the only one to change. She's going to have to be the one to want to change. So where it's at is where it's going to be. Unless she decides that she wants to change. Krista, will I change jobs? What I'm seeing is that you go into a totally different career field. I don't know if you're interested in learning about like IT or something in that like technical field. And if you've been considering changing. If that resonates with you, I'm seeing the word Merit, and I know that there's a company called Merit, and they offer IT education. That might be something you may be interested in. Marie, will I move soon? No. And it's not like because you're stuck in the place, but there's a better place for you. And it's like the universe is just waiting for everything to be in alignment so they can give it to you. You're welcome, Krista. So yeah, I'm going to be showing up for myself this year. Doing a lot more of following my intuition. Like anything. Like even if it's something that happens in my dreams, right? Like last night I had this dream that I cleaned out the closet where the water heater is. And so that's what I did today. This morning after I dropped the kiddos off at school, I came home and I cleaned that area out really good. Dusted it, all of the everything. And that made me feel, I don't know, like proud of myself, you know, like I followed, you know, something, even though it was minor, I followed through on it. And it really wasn't like dirty, but I followed through and I listened to my intuition. Whenever I get any type of message to clean something, I know that it's like, I know that it is my grandmother telling me to clean something, because once I clean it, then I'm going to receive something in abundance. And I had to learn that the hard way. I don't know. It's probably because I read this person's question, but in the mighty words of Tamar Braxton, if you are not prepared to leave that man and he is cheating, then let him cheat in peace. And that's all I'm going to say. So for anyone who's watching, but just keep that in mind. If you're not prepared to leave, let that man or woman cheat in peace. I was watching, I believe that his TikTok name is like high priest, or no, Apostle Samuel Ely, I believe. And he was talking about how you don't know what you are. And I'm paraphrasing. You don't know what you are until you understand your ancestry, right? And you don't know why you have these gifts until you understand your ancestry. So, true story. I went to bed, and at night I always set my intentions. And so last night I set my intentions to understand my ancestry and understand where I get all my gifts from. Whether if it's on my mother's side or my father's side, let me see who I get them from, okay? True story. I fall asleep. It was like probably sometime after 10:30. And I have this dream, and I'm in this huge mansion, right? Huge. And it was my mother and father's house. But I didn't see them. They were like in their room. But they had all these people there. All types of different, like brown and black folks there. All different types, like Asian, Indian, African American, like all of us, brown and black folks, okay? And I was like, why are all these people in their house? Are they having a party? Are they having an open house? Are they about to sell the house? I couldn't figure it out for the life of me. Anyways, long story short, then this man is like walking next to me and he's looking at me like he's trying to have a conversation. It freaked me out. I got totally overwhelmed. Like in real life, I'm extremely introverted people. So when there's large crowds, I get very like verklempt, right? And so I like take off jogging to like my bedroom, which I had never seen before. And I go into this room and there's absolutely nothing in there. It was like all wood paneling and wood floors. The only thing that was in there was a vanity mirror, a large vanity mirror with lights around it. And so I was just like standing looking at myself in the mirror. But prior to me going into this bedroom, there was a glass door and there were these three white women trying to get through the door, but they couldn't get through. Anyways, then I woke up from the dream, like right at that moment, and I was like, what was that dream about? And then I remembered that I had set my intentions about wanting to know who my ancestors were. So that leads me to share with you all how it was only brown and black men in the room. And that led me to like remember how every memory of my past life, I was a man. So I'm thinking, well, maybe my gifts come through more of like the paternal lineage or just through the males in the family itself, right? Or at least the males are more open to discussing it. Or maybe they were just introducing me to the men. Anyways, it just made me remember how in my past life, in the memories that I have of my past lives, I was a man. And I honestly believe that in this, like, this is the first time or like one of like the very rare moments in life that I've been female. And then in my eyes, from my perspective, that would explain why I do have like very, very difficult times like carrying children full term. So yeah, I just wanted to share that with y'all, be vulnerable for a little bit. And then the white women that were in the dream, I'm like, I wonder if they represent my ancestors who were druids or pagans, because I had been told by a psychic medium a few years ago that that I had that in my lineage, right? And I was like, well, I've never heard of that before. But then maybe like within the next 2 months after I met with her, I learned like that my last name over the generations, the word, how it's spelled is totally different. And like from the original, and that it's German. So I'm like, okay, so I have like Germanic blood running through me, and that would make sense for the pagan or the druids, you know what I mean? Anyways, just thought I would share that with y'all. I don't really have many opportunities to share my dreams because I've been told not to, but that was a specific one that I was told that I can share. So thank y'all for listening. Thank you so much, May, for the rose. Sorry y'all, I was jibber jabbering. So all love and personal readings today are $20. Ella Burns, you're spot on and polite. Thank you, Ella, for letting me know. You know, I don't be trying to come on here like forceful and like, I don't want nobody to ever think that I'm judging y'all or anything like that, because I don't judge anybody because they sin a different way than I do. You know what I mean? Take it how you will. You know, how people behave versus how I behave or how I do things. I don't try to judge people for that. I don't be trying to judge people because their demons look different than mine. You know what I'm saying? But I just want, I'm just so concerned that people are going to close their eyes on themselves and not allow them and not focus on their needs and their wants and putting other people before them. I guess in a way I kind of feel like I need to speak out to at least provide information to people based off of my own experiences, so then at least you can see and or choose to, if you want to, right, to do things differently than just based off of, you know, what society tells us to do, right? Because society is quick to tell us, as especially as women, oh, you have to get married and you don't want to be too old and and all of this other stuff, and they like push that on you like hard. And then they push on to men, oh, you have to get married so that you have someone to take care of you when you're old age and and you know, it's just like so much. And it's unnecessary. Like, just let people be, let folks live. You don't have to get married if you don't want to. You can be a life partner. And then that's how they have society set up, is that if you don't get married and you're with someone for your whole life and they die, then you technically don't get any, like, say if they, like, you literally have to make sure that there is a life insurance policy set up, or that you are listed as a beneficiary on bank accounts if you are not married. And they set it up, honestly, so that the woman really gets screwed over in the end, because the woman is the one that has to change her name. Well, you know, how it was set up in the beginning. I know things have changed in regards to, you know, same-sex marriages and all that. But the person who ends up changing their name during the marriage is the one who gets screwed over if the marriage dissolves. You have to go through so many things, and in so many different states, it costs so much money just to get your name back. So I say all that to say, make sure that you have what you need in place for your own happiness before you bring other people into your life, before you start prioritizing being in a relationship. I also want to just put out there that I am not against love. Like, I am so open and ready for, like, my next boo. Like, I already can smell him, you know what I'm saying? But that doesn't mean that I'm just going to be running out here blind, you know? Thank you guys for sharing the live and for following me. I appreciate that. So to me, it's just important that each person has their own. And then you come together and make it one, or a whole, or however you want to put it. Like, make sure, and I'm not necessarily talking about you have your own money and all this other stuff, but at least when you go into a relationship, make sure you have your own belief system. You have your own happiness. You have your own perspective on life. Don't give up all of who you are, because before you found that person, you were 100% whole in yourself. The person that you bring into your life is not going to complete you. That person isn't going to make you whole. That person isn't going to, like, that person should not do anything but add to your greatness, and vice versa. You know, you should add to their greatness as well. CJ, will my finances get better? Your finances will get better when you have a better understanding, or let me stop speaking so quickly. When you improve your relationship with money. So what does that mean? That means that somewhere in your life, you did not learn and do not currently understand the energy of money. You could be someone like me, where in the past, I equated money to my self-worth. Okay, let me give you an example. So, like, I was like the super consumer, right? So I would, get my money, and then I would spend it all up and just have a whole lot of different materialistic things, thinking that the material was a representation of me and my self-worth and like how great I was. When really, the material items just showed what I liked, It didn't make me better. It didn't make me greater. It just showed that I had a whole bunch of things, and these are the things that I like, and this is what makes me happy. So I had to learn how to separate my self-worth from money. And then that helped me through different processes that I had to go through, different experiences that taught me or showed me, or whatever, however you want to say it, that I am great regardless if I have $100 or if I have $1. I am great. And money is just the energy that is utilized here on this planet for survival, and that there is enough for everybody. And I can hold on to as much money as I want to hold on to, and still be great. And I don't have to spend it all. And I don't have to have a whole bunch of stuff. I am still likable and lovable and worthy and deserving of all things great, regardless of what kind of car I drive, what kind of bed I sleep in, you know what I mean? Heal your relationship with money, and your finances will get better. Hold on, let me read that. Do you think I should reach out to Casey regarding my script? Yeah, it's yours. Are there any other questions? What time did I start? Like at 11:45. Okay. So yeah. Are any of you, I'm gonna pose the question again, are any of you doing anything for yourself to bring in abundance, balance, and success into your life? Takira, is Sarah in regret after our fight? No. Gabs, thank you for the follow and sharing. Hey Phil, yes, I'm meditating a lot and going to the fitness center and getting in the dry sauna. That's what's up. Wow, he said some nasty things. But was it his truth? Sometimes people say mean things because they're tired of the BS. So they're just coming from a place in their heart that's pure truth. Based off of his perspective, it may not have been nasty. To you, it may be because it harmed your ego. You may have been expecting him to, like, kiss your butt or to be gentle with you. But have you been gentle with him in the past? Have you been doing things that have harmed him? And I don't know you guys' relationship, love, friends, brother and sister, whatever it may be. But sometimes it just is what it is. Just because somebody was mean doesn't mean that they're going to regret. Some people don't live on the same ideals of forgiveness. You know? All love readings are $20 today, you guys. Love and personal. Maybe he just doesn't like you, Takira. And maybe that's why he acted out. Maybe he, in some way, is trying to save you from him. Moving forward, what are you going to do to make things better for you? Like, take him out of the picture. What are you going to do for you? All romantically related or involved questions today are $20. I don't know. Sorry. Okay. I just said I don't know. I wasn't talking to y'all. So I swear y'all must be sometimes thinking that I am losing my mind. So my spirit guides were kind of saying to me that I needed to reiterate that I don't want y'all to think that I'm coming at you crazy. Like as a jilted lover, or that I was what is that word? Not burdened, but like disgruntled or anything like that because of my divorce. Like this has been like long time coming. I think now because it's over, I finally feel really, really comfortable with talking about it and truly coming from a place of love and wanting the best for people in general. Male or female, masculine or feminine, binary or trans or whatever you guys title yourself these days. Okay, I respect you and I love you. But I do want the best for y'all. And I want y'all to put your happiness first. Right? So me being vulnerable, I want to share with you guys how, like with my ex-husband, we literally only live, we got married in 2019. The divorce was finalized this January this year. so 2024, and we only lived in the same home together like for 6 months. And like I said before, it's a matter of you just making sure that you have your priorities set and that you have all of your things in order and that you have developed a sense of your own happiness and joy. As for me, I came from a place of like desperation. I had the demon of desperation and depression on my back. So I just want to encourage all of y'all, because I wasn't healed. You know, I thought I was healed, but looking back in hindsight, I wasn't healed. And so I just encourage y'all to go through the process of healing emotionally. And making sure that you have developed a sense of happiness from within before you make major decisions that can cause like havoc in your life, havoc and chaos, you know? And I'm not saying all relationships are going to end up like that, but many do. Because people are getting together and they're expecting that their partner make them happy, and you cannot give your partner that type of major responsibility. Okay? Asia, you asked, how do you know if the readings are your truth or not? I was told one thing, then another. It's based off of like what resonates with you. You know, also so it could be several things, like are the readers true? Are the readers really reading your energy or making it up, like using their imagination? Also, it's not necessarily like you, after you get a reading, you still have to utilize your own intuition and discernment, and only utilize the information that resonates with you. In my personal opinion, it is not the best to go around and getting 1,500 different readings on the same thing. That's just my opinion. And also, you don't, I'm speaking from from an ethical perspective as a healer, right? As a light worker, everyone has the gift of intuition. Whether if you listen to it or not, that's on you. Whether if you develop it or not, that's on you. But ultimately, with all things, because it's your life and your journey, you have to be the one to decide what you do. You have to be the one to decide if what someone is telling you is the truth or not, if you're going to accept it, all of that other stuff. So let's pause that question for a minute. Dana, will I have to quit my job? I would not recommend that you quit your job. Make sure that they terminate your position so that you can collect unemployment. Unless this is a matter of like harassment in some type of way, then you need to contact an attorney and see what your rights are and what you can do or get. So Asia, back to your question. Like, I've gone to readers and I've had them tell me that I had a demonic presence attached to me and that I would have to come back like 15 times, like specifically 15 times in order to have the demon released, right? And then I'd ask questions like, oh, well, where did the demon come from? I don't know. I have to do more work. Well, what type of demon is it? I don't know. I have to do more work. But 15 times at $245 a pop to remove a demon, and I can just pray to God? Like, you see what I'm saying? You have to use your own intuition and discernment. So even like with me, if I say something and it doesn't resonate with you at all, or it just sounds crazy, or, and you kind of give me the benefit of the doubt, but then like months pass by and it still doesn't make any sense, then maybe like at that moment, what the information that I told you was just completely wrong. And I'll be honest and tell you that like I don't know everything, right? I'm not privy to every small piece of information that goes on in each person's life. I just received like the general energy. Now there are some practitioners that can deep dive into your skull and see your heart beating and all those types of things, but everybody has their own gift, and how they utilize the gift and how they have honed in on their skills is everybody's each, like, it's their individual thing. I would just encourage you to build your own skills in regards to your intuition. Somebody said something about a creator. How is that done? Are you talking about intuition? So certain things that you can do is I'm kind of going through the list of what I did. I practiced meditation. I meditated a lot. And I started to listen to how my body was feeling when people were talking to me. Like, how did they make me feel, when I talked to them? Or if they were saying something and it felt like or sounded like a bunch of crap, then I would take that as that is my intuition telling me that something is off with this person. If you're someone who always questions like your own abilities, like if you're a good parent or if you're good at making decisions, you have to actively change the way that you think. What else? Go out in nature and like act and spend time in nature. Even if you're just going to the beach and you're digging your feet in the sand. Like, I understand some people aren't folks that want to go into the forest, Nature literally could just be you go and sit in the parking lot under a tree and you like look at the ants crawling around, or you watch the squirrels or something. You're just allowing yourself to become like a part of nature and seeing the what's the word, intricate. It's, I don't want to pronounce it incorrectly, so I'm just going to say pay attention to how nature works, right? Like where I live, they have a lot of mockingbirds in the spring and summertime. So sometimes I'll just go sit on my porch and I'll listen to the birds sing. And like who's talking to who. And there's an owl in the back too. And so at nighttime when that owl is out like hooting, and I'll listen to that, and I'll listen if they're for a response or something, you know. Allow yourself quiet time as well to kind of get in tune with your body. Cindy, I feel a deep connection to the outdoors, especially when I run. Am I gifted? Everybody has some type of gift. Some people are who feel like connected with the planet Earth. They are called, let me look it up really quick, because it's like something geo something. But you could be gifted. You could be someone who just has a great connection with the planet Earth or with nature in itself. Okay, hold on. Earth. Okay, so people who are keenly attuned to the natural world and like all of the Earth's changes are called Earth empaths. So if you have like a distinction to be able to tell that the energy on the planet has changed, then that could be one of your gifts. But everybody has something. But because of how many of us are raised, we're not allowed to explore those gifts and to hone the craft. So I hope that helps answer your question. Dasani, did someone put voodoo on me? From my understanding, you don't put voodoo on someone. You can use voodoo to create positive and negative aspects or things to happen, but someone doesn't put voodoo on you. Someone would put a hex or a curse on you utilizing voodoo. This would be a great time to possibly educate yourself on exactly what voodoo is and not see it from the perspective of Hollywood and its movies. Voodoo is actually a very beautiful spiritual and religious practice that is based on like earth type spirits, right? Wind, water, the earth itself, right? From my understanding and what I've learned about voodoo is that it's a earth-based spiritual practice. And in all practices, religious or otherwise, right? Catholicism, Christianity, or, well, that's the same, well, you know, whatever. Hebrew, Muslim, whatever. In all spiritual and religious practices, honestly, in all things on this planet, there is a duality or a polarity. So that means in each practice, there can be good and there can be bad. You can use it for good and you can use it for bad. We've seen that with Christianity, where they come and they exploit and oppress all, XYZ country, fill in the blank. But it's all in the name of God and Jesus Christ, right? Like, I'm going to kill, rape, and pillage all of you savages because in the name of Jesus Christ, right? But then they also are like, we're going to feed all of the homeless people in the name of Jesus Christ. You see what I'm saying? Let me get off my high horse. But everything on this planet, there is a duality, positive and negative. It just depends on how people choose to use it. Alyssa, will I get groceries today? Are you going to go to the store? Did you order them? Do you have money to buy groceries, or did you ask someone to get them for you? Or maybe you need to go to the food bank. What are your options? Getting back to how better ways to envelop, or different ways to develop your intuition. You can do things like work on projects, like your passion projects. Do things that you truly enjoy and love doing. That's going to bring out your creativity, right? So when you're creative, that's literally just yourself speaking to yourself about the things that you like or the things that you want to see happen. That is a part of your intuition. Also, keep an open mind. Sometimes you will receive insights in the most uncanny and unpredictable ways. Like, for example, I'll give you an example of what happens with me. I will have like dreams. I will have a dream about something, and then I will wake up at a certain time. And when I go to look up what that time means, like let's say I wake up at 5:15 in the morning, and I go and I look up what 5:15 represents. It literally will be the same thing, or a representation or description of excuse me, the dream I just had. So that's what I mean, that it comes in unexpected ways. Or even like you might even notice like subtle shifts in your environment. Like you might just feel the energy change. It might feel like someone just walked in the room and no one's there. There's many different ways. You can also do journaling. But you guys, if you were to just Google it, ways to develop your intuition, then you can find several different lists, and you can find something that would work for you, because everything that I'm talking about is what worked for me. There's some things that probably I did that didn't work for me, and I can't remember those because I don't do it anymore. But just look it up. If you have a smartphone or a computer or laptop, whatever, some type of device that's connected to Wi-Fi, You literally have all the answers at your fingertips. And you can find that information if you just give yourself the time to look it up. And then allow yourself to develop it. Latanya, will I be moving to a downstairs unit by March? I really hope so. But I think it might be closer to like when what I'm seeing is like college is done for the year or whatever, and it's going into the summertime, and then more units become open up or become available to you. You're welcome. All right, does anyone else have any other general yes or no questions? If you have a question in regards to a romantic relationship, those readings, and the love questions and a personal reading is $20. You guys, if I have answered a question for you today, please tap on the screen to increase the likes for this video. It's absolutely free to you. Hey, Detective Gelato, how are you? I mean, Anaya, I know what your name is. I just really like saying your screen name. Something about it just makes me happy. It's the little things in life, right? I don't do pregnancy readings. I don't do pregnancy readings because I have to ethically, I have to tell you the complete and total truth of what I'm being shown. And if the outcome is not positive, I do not want to be someone who crushes people's hearts. I know that there's other folks who will do those types of readings, and more power to them. I love them for that. I cannot do it. And that also stems from my own personal experiences with losing children over through like miscarriages or like literally having my child die in my hands. And that is something that I don't want to re-experience. And it's a boundary that I've set for myself. It's not anything personal against anyone else. It's just for my mental and emotional health. I do not provide pregnancy readings. And if someone were to pay for one, I would immediately provide a refund, because I just don't do those. And I stand 10 toes down in that. And maybe when I'm later on in life, maybe when I feel better about that, I will. But there have been many of times when I've seen that. Well, we don't need to get into that. But I do apologize, and I hope that you're able to find someone who can give you the reading that you ask for. Paulina, are people from my past wishing bad energy on me? It's more like jealousy. It's like they don't understand how you made it and they didn't. Or maybe how things just work out for you and they don't understand that. So it's more of a envy or a jealousy, and you just may be really in tune to that energy. But it's not that they're necessarily like pushing it on you and like wishing for your downfall. Janelle, that's an extremely general question. Like, how are people feeling about you? People are feeling about you in all types of aspects. So that's very general. Hey, Anaya. I'm sure she's not back here yet. But she just paid for a reading. Okay, so Anaya, what is your question? Did you want... Did you leave your question in the thing? Can you do a general reading? Absolutely. Okay, so I'm going to pull cards until my spirit king tells me to stop. Excuse me. And then I'll read them aloud. All right, so the first card to fall out was the Seven of Wands. Then we had the Four of Wands. Oh, wow. Okay. We have the Two of Swords. Five of Pentacles. Let me move my water out the way. Two of Swords, Five of Pentacles, Queen of Cups, Queen of Pentacles. These cards fell out of the deck. Spirit team, is there any other cards that we need to get? Okay, so, all right, and then we have the Two of Wands. We're going to read what we have right here, and then if the Spirit has anything else that it wants you to know, then we'll pull some more cards. All right, so, Anaya, It's like you're going back and forth. This thing keeps shaking. I'm sorry. It's not steady. I am so sorry, y'all. All right. So, Anaya, it's like you're going back and forth about something in your head about like what you want to do. All right. It's like you're battling. You're going back and forth about what you want to do. It's like you need to make a decision. Okay. You need to make a decision. And you need to plan out what you're going to do. I don't know who you have in your support system, but let them know you need help. I'm hearing closed mouth does not get fed. Let them know that you need help. It's okay to say, hey, I need XYZ. Even if you're just going in and talking to your creator in prayer and expressing honestly what you want for your life or where you need help at. It's like once you make a decision and figure out what you want to do, you're really going to be able to like celebrate yourself and celebrate your accomplishments. You did get the Queen of Cups and you got the Queen of Pentacles, okay? And so for me with the Queen of Cups, this is like allow yourself to be truthful about who you are and what you truly want. You don't have to do things just because it's either what everybody else is doing or what you've been told that you could only do. Like, oh, you can only have XYZ because you're Anaya. No, you can have the whole alphabet plus all the numbers, right? Because you're Anaya. If you want I always look at this as if it were like the like it's a representation of your truth. Be true to yourself and take care of yourself. And allow yourself to fulfill what you want in your heart. Fulfill your goals. It's like even going back to this Two of Wands, you need to start planning your life. Start planning for the future that you want. Allow yourself to attain the wealth that you know that you deserve. Queen of Pentacles. Ark of the Covenant. Whenever I see this, it reminds me of like of the Ark of Covenant, right? So where it's like all the truth, all the magic, all the mysticism, all of the everything, right, is in here. You are holding it. So it's like you have everything that you need in order to be successful and to thrive. It's right here in your hands. So you need to use it. I've been thinking about doing one class to see what I want to do career-wise. Beautiful. So now, do it. And if you need help with whatever it is during the time that you're taking this class, ask for help. So your support team, your professor, your friends, shoot, ask Google for the answers. Ask Google for help, You just have to ask. Spirit guides, is there anything else that Anaya needs to know today? But definitely stop fighting. Make a decision and do what you want to do. I'm hearing, pull up. Be like, I'm about to, you're literally, pulling up on yourself to do the work that's necessary so that you can attain success, the success that you want. Whatever that looks like to you, however it resonates. Okay? We had some cards fall out, but I'm going to continue to shuffle. See if there's anything else that needs to be said. Yep. The Magician. Oh, girl. Okay, so you got the Ace of Cups. You have the Eight of Pentacles. And the Magician came out. The Ace of Cups. It's like your cup overflows with blessings. Psalms 23. You have all that you need. You just need to be the one to take a step out in order to achieve it. In order to achieve your goals, you're going to have to step out. Your cup is overflowing with blessings of abundance. But the only way to get to it, because see how this cup is overflowing with all of these great things, right? Water, the living water. You got to step out. You got to get off the land and step out into the water. Okay? You've been working hard. Excuse me, for so long. You've been focused. You've been determined. It is now time to utilize all that you have. Okay, going even back to the Queen of Cups. Everything that you have is already with you. Going back to that, you got the Magician card. You are the alchemist. You are the magician. You are the co-creator of your life. You have all of the tools, okay? You have all the tools. The Magician has all the tools. The Queen of Cups has all the tools. You have all of the tools to get you to where you want to be, to create the life that you want. But you need to step out of your head, stop thinking so much, and you need, stop thinking so much, and you need to take action. And then celebrate your successes along the way. This would be a really great time for you to surrender all of your fears, all of your anxiety, all of your doubt, your limiting beliefs, everything that's keeping you from moving forward, everything that's keeping you from your abundance. It's a good time to release all of that and just surrender. I use the term God. You might say universe. You might say Allah. You might say whoever. But it is time to surrender. It's out there waiting for you. Right? And I've said this before. The universe wants to give you what you want. But you have to take action and you have to put forth the energy and you have to express that energy, right? Because what you're searching for is searching for you too. It can't come to you if you don't try to go to it. It's like it's like wanting to go fishing for some salmon. But you don't go to the lake. You just stay at home. And you just sit there wishing that you had some. But you don't go get it. You don't go to the grocery store. You don't go to the salmon farm. You don't go to the lake where there is salmon. Like, you don't do anything. You're not doing anything with it. All this time you've been working and you're not doing anything with what you've been working towards or working for. So it's all up to you at this point. Spirit guys, is there anything else that Anaya needs to know? I feel like you have something else for her. Beyond everything that we've talked about, beyond anything that she's consciously aware of. They're telling me to remind you of that doctor you're supposed to be marrying out in Tennessee. And it's not necessarily Tennessee. He could be from Tennessee. They're like, stop. My spirit team is telling me to tell you to stop dealing with bums. But I would prefer to call them low quality. Low quality people. Friends, family, romantic, whatever. Anything else, Spirit? One more card. Beautiful. Okay. So we had the card that fell out was the 3 of Cups, and then I pulled the 6 of Cups. Okay. When you decide what you want to do, you're going to need to build your tribe. So if you decide that you want to go back to school, you are being encouraged to meet some of the people there in your class and work with them, because it's going to be beneficial for you to basically be involved with people who are having the same experience that you are having. So if you're in school, you need to also be with people or have friends or associates who are in school as well, because then they'll understand what you're going through. So build relationships and have celebrations with the folks that you're in class with. All right? Build relationships with them. And then with this card, what I'm getting from it is that one day you're going to look back And you're going to like say, why did I wait so long? Why did I wait so long to allow myself to receive this? I think if you just trust in yourself and believe that you're making the best decision possible, and you literally take a step out on faith, like faith in yourself, you'll really, really see how truly amazing you are as Anaya. Okay? Like, you already know that you're good, but allow yourself to be great. Anaya, do you have any questions? Any other questions regarding this reading? Oh Lord, it's because I've been thinking of a past guy. I mean, all I can tell you is what I'm being told. So if you don't have any other questions regarding this reading, I'll close it on out. I'll give a moment because I know that there is a delay. Excuse me. I gotta break up my ice, y'all. You know how it is. Why specifically a doctor? I mean, it could be the chief of staff. Listen, it is someone of a higher caliber. If you remember, we've had a conversation where I was like, yeah, you need to become a nurse and you're going to marry a doctor in Tennessee, right? Because I was being delusional for you. You are upgrading yourself, so your partner needs to be upgraded too. It doesn't make any sense. I don't want to speak badly on nobody. But it doesn't make any sense for someone, anybody, male, female, masculine, feminine. It does not make sense for anybody to be a multi-millionaire and then they marry someone who just got out of prison on some pedophilia charges. You see what I'm saying? If you upgrade yourself, then your whole team needs to be upgraded. So when I say doctor, higher caliber, higher echelon, higher tax bracket, because that's where you're going. You want to be with someone, like, you're going to be achieving greatness. You want to have somebody that's your partner, that's standing beside you, that reflects that same energy. Okay? You don't want to be with someone who, because of their past, can't even go to the school functions to see your kids at the talent show because they legally cannot be within 500 yards of children. You see what I'm saying? So that's what I mean. I think that's why Spirit's been saying keep an open mind about my soulmate. Yeah, I don't know, but just a different career than I'm used to. Yeah, I get it. Okay. All right, good. I mean, hell, even the UPS man makes $50 and can make $40 to $50 an hour. Do you guys listen to that lady? Her name is Shira7. Some of the things that she talks about is extremely inspiring. Because she'll say things like, well, no, don't let me get to lying. Let me just say that I would recommend that you guys listen to what she talks about. Take what resonates with you. And then use it to your benefit. Anaya, thank you so much for allowing me to read for you today. I'm going to close out your reading. I hope that it was helpful and beneficial to you. And I wish you the best of luck. Latoya, will my babies and I be in our home within 3 months? Excuse me. Yes. There's going to be a little bit of a delay though, but it'll still be within the 3 months time frame. You just need to be ready to go when it's time. And make sure you have everything aligned. Aligned meaning like prepared and ready to go. Okay? All right, is there anyone else that would like to have a personal reading or a love reading done for $20? If not, I'm offering free yes or no for general questions, no love questions today. I'm ready now. LOL, I'm all packed up. Good. Then that'll be good. That'll save you some time. The ice is so cold that it's all melted together. That's annoying. Hashtag ASMR. You got a Stanley? No. I don't know what this is. I don't know what this is. And I would never spend that much money on a cup. That's a little overkill for me. Amanda, will I be where I want to be financially soon? I'm hearing that you need to get another job. Are you thinking about becoming a virtual assistant or something like that? I don't know how much you earn now with your current employer, but if you're considering becoming a virtual assistant, A medical assistant, okay? Make sure that whatever job that you take on is paying you at least, if not more, like $30 an hour. All love and relationship readings are $20 today. Asia, will I get my finances in order soon? I don't know who is telling me this right now. I think it's somebody from your side, Asia, but they're like, you need to consider a side hustle. I'm seeing, and this doesn't necessarily apply to you, but it's like I'm basically just seeing eight streams of income. So you need to have more options of like where your money is coming from. Been thinking about, but I don't know what I can do. You know what you can do. Do something that you like. Do something that you enjoy doing. What is that? Something that you're creative. Something that's creative that other people want and that you can sell. I keep telling y'all, everything that you want to know is within you. And depending on what your purpose is, you will determine on how you achieve your goals. One, two, three time. I can do hair, but I don't have clientele. So then get Are you licensed? Even if you're just braiding little girls' hair, start posting your I don't know if, do you have daughters? Do you at least have one daughter that has at least medium length hair and you braid it? When I advertise, I don't get turnout. Keep doing it anyway. Don't give up. Just keep posting. Just keep posting. Just keep posting. Don't give up on yourself. Keep posting everywhere. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, like whatever the case may be. Just post it. Ask your friends to repost it. And now you asked about your money being right at the end of the year. You need to figure out what you're going to do with your education and how you're going to transform your life. Once you begin to start actively working on the transformation of your life or career, then more money will begin to flow to you. Right. Just keep swimming, Dora. All right, y'all. I'm going to head on out. I want to take a nap and I want to eat something and I want to take a nap. So what's tomorrow? Thursday? I won't be on tomorrow. But some of you guys, I think I've talked about this here. I'm having some setbacks. And so I have an appointment tomorrow. So I won't be here. So I won't be live tomorrow, but I will be back Friday. Okay? All right, I will talk to you guys later. I love you all. Please take care of yourself and take care of each other. All right? I love you guys, and thank you for the likes, follows, and shares. Okay? All right, Asia, I'll see y'all later. Bye.